If you're a heat and air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, what do you need to know about the closing process and the events that take place before it? And why does it matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Bell, coming to you live for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and business and a fantastic day to talk about you. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento. All right. So has there ever been a time where you're like, I said something and I really thought about it, or I created some content and I really thought about it? I was on a long flight and I had my laptop, got my laptop right here. I had my laptop with me and I'm like, what am I going to do? And couldn't sleep. Was like, okay, let me go back and watch one of these videos that I created. I talked about closing processes. And I was like, I wish I would have explained it a little bit differently. So today, what I want to talk to you about is your closing process and the techniques that you use and the appropriate places for you to ask questions, and where salespeople, entrepreneurs, everybody screws this up. And I used to as well, right? Hi, my name's Scott. I'm a recovering salesperson. Nice to meet you. So, let's through my $12 whiteboard. Got my $12 whiteboard here, okay? So your sales call starts at 8 o'clock in the morning and roughly ends at 9:30. Your numbers may vary, fill in the gap how you might to, right? So generic sales process, we've got an introduction, we've got rapport, we've got presentation. And what right here, I want to label this pre-close, right? Like this area right here is the place that everybody's like, we've got to speed up and get done with this sales call. And I'm like, no, slow down, right? Like this is the place where you're like, I need to slow down. Like, right, I put here, right there, right? It says slow, because you got the wall. This is what I refer to as the wall. Everybody hits the wall. And so here's what happens. You do your intro phase. Hi, I'm Scott. I'm with XYZ company. You do the rapport phase. I like Hawaii. You like Hawaii. You got the presentation. I've got the greatest thing since sliced bread. You got the pre-close. Want to buy? And here is the problem. Right here at the pre-close is like your last chance to see where your client is, your potential client, your buyer, whatever way you want to refer to them as, if they are on board. And if they're not, you're not going into the closing process. You shouldn't go into the closing process. You should fix the problem. Now, here's the thing. You want to be better at sales. You want to close some more deals. You should definitely join my ebook publication. Go to this URL, type it into a browser, drop in your name, your email address, maybe your phone number. I'll give you the goods. Not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. It's an email publication. You get emails from me. You are going to love them, okay? So you got your pre-close, PC, pre-close. Hey, kind of trying to figure out where you're at on this. Not quite sure. Is it something you like? Is it something you love? Is it something you hate? You're going to ask it completely different than me, right? You're like, I would never ask that, Scott. Cool, don't ask it my way. Ask it your way. Your job is to figure out how would you say it right here, right? We're almost done here. I got a couple of things based on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being you would never have us do the work. 10 being you would. Where are you at in this project? Oh, we're at a 5. Okay, what would make it a 9 or a 10? Like this is your opportunity before you hit the wall, before you go to the close and ask for the sale. It's questions, right? It's questions. It says it right there. In English, it says questions. And I could probably turn it to Espanol. I could probably turn it to Russian or Italian. We could do this. So before you get to the close, you really got to figure out, where is this person at? And I can talk about this and say, hey, before you get to the close, but like it's not your fault you didn't know, but now that you do know, it's your responsibility. Thank you, John Benson, for teaching me that phrase. It's the pre-close. Where are you at? What's going on? On a scale of 1 to 10, are you happy? Do you like it? Do you love it? Like you, my friend, you're going to have to come up with your own way of asking this question, okay? Everybody's got their own version of it. And if you're like, well, I don't know exactly what I'd say, go to ChatGPT, go to Perplexity, go to Gemini, go to any Llama, whatever you want to, and say, hey, come up with 10 different ways for me to ask this question. Come up with 20 different ways for me to ask this question. Pick the best one. But if you get all the way to here, right, I'm going to be able to tell the future. Hi, my name's Scott. I came from the future to tell you a story. You go through your sales process. You get there at 8. You go through your intro phase, your rapport phase, your prezo phase, your pre-close phase, and then speed, like, whoop, and you go right to close, right? Let me to tell you the future. If you do that, there is a big discount coming. Big discount. or a huge objection that you're not going to be able to overcome because you haven't done your role. You haven't done your responsibility. Like if there was one thing that I would get really good at, I'm going to draw a really big star, okay? It's going to be an okay star. It's not going to be super perfect. And then I'm going to draw an arrow. It's going to be in that pre-close phase right here. It's going to be right here. It's going to be right there. And you're going to ask some questions. Give me an idea. What are your thoughts? Help me understand. Scale of 1 to 10. Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? And this is where you just got to get very good at asking a difficult question. This is where people are like, I'm going to kind of, do you kind of not like it? Do you kind of not like it? No, you're going to be like, hey, I work for a really good company. I'm not quite sure of where you're at with this project. Tell me what you think. Would you do it? Right? So there are a lot of different questions you can ask. You want to go like full throttle? Have you seen enough to buy yet? Have you seen enough to buy? You ready to make a decision? Like, do you have to go that far? No, but you need some variant. You could go like Crazy Town is, are you ready to buy? Have you seen enough to buy? And then we can pull back and we can go on a scale of 1 to 10. Where are you at with this? I'm not quite sure. It's hard for me to get a feel. I'm trying to calibrate. There's a million different ways to ask it. Now, here's the thing. You got to figure out what your personality fits. Mine? You seen enough to buy? You ready to buy? It's what you need to know. You got one of 3 things to do from here. Just one of 3. Find the subscribe button. Click on it. And every time I send a video, you'll get a message. 2, hit subscribe. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.